The Mystery Machine drives through downtown Nashville, and between the hustle and bustle of the metropolis, a phantom looms over the country music hall. Welcome to Mysteries in the Machine.
Hey yo, meddling kids! I'm Charlie.
And I'm Ethan.
And there's a phantom in the country music hall! Ooh! Except it's
Ooh.
actually like two guys in
Yeah,
costumes. I'm very
it's
confused.
it's also a guy in drag that's dressed as another guy. It's weird. We'll get to it.
Okay, well, Ethan, this is another guest star that we need to talk about. Do we know Jerry Reed? What do we know about Jerry Reed? He's a person, for sure.
I I did not know diddly dick about this man.
Cool.
Though I am a country music fan, I am not intimately familiar with this particular man and his work. And I don't think, Charlie, you really know
I
country
know
music,
diddly squat.
period. Got it. Okay.
I don't even know if I could name a song besides the one in this episode. So,
Honestly, me neither. So,
and the only thing on his filmography that I know of is this episode.
well, the man the man apparently had a very storied career in addition to this. I do recognize some of these. Apparently, he was in movies with Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds. That's wild. Let's see. All right. So Jerry Reed, country singer, actor, very down home type of dude. Um, he was in Smoking the Bandit, which is one of my grandpa's favorite movies. He's in The Water Boy, which is a movie, Charlie, you probably have never watched. It's about a college football team in Louisiana.
I was gonna say I've
Um,
vaguely heard of it, but that's about
yeah,
it.
it's either a high school or college football team. I forget. College. Yeah. So, but besides that, looks like okay. This episode is the first time he's ever appeared in something. So I
Yep.
guess this was his audition for Smokey and the Bandit, which is probably what he's most well known for acting wise.
There you go.
But yeah, and The Water Boy was the last thing he was ever in. So that's neat.
Coolio. Jerry Reed, everybody.
Was he on the? Is that him? Was he on the Muppet Show? No, that's something else. So I was gonna say the only place I'm gonna
Wow.
know these people is if they were on the Muppet Show. So
Wow. Ethan doesn't know, but it's somebody from the Muppets because they weren't on
listen,
the
I
Muppets.
I don't know celebrities from the '70s unless they were on the Muppet Show. That's the only way I will know.
And now how I know is they were on the new Scooby Doo movies.
Wonderful. We love that.
Amazing. Well, let's talk about this episode because immediately the gang knows Jerry Reed.
This is wild.
They're just buddies with Jerry Reed. Like,
Yeah. And like at the time, Jerry Reed was like very very popular. Let's see. This episode came out in 1972. Yeah. There's a lot of popular stuff going on for Jerry Reed, and they even reference his most popular song at the end of the episode. But I'm sure that'll be in the trivia.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so they're just going to one of his shows he happens to be playing at, wouldn't you know it, the Country Music Hall? Haha. Because it's
which
like an old rundown place, and he's trying to bring it back to life. Is the plot
yeah, which
line?
I'm pretty sure that's a riff on the Ryman Auditorium, which is a very famous, historically like relevant country music venue in Nashville. It was an old church that they turned into
Hmm.
a theater.
Could
Yeah,
be.
it's known as the Mother Church of Country Music.
Interesting.
Charlie, I know you don't like it. That's okay.
I just exist here. Leave me alone.
Okay. I,
Uh, so we're going to meet Jerry, who we don't see for the first half of this episode.
yep. We hear him. We hear him.
It's just that's just the wildest thing because I did, so this is not one of the ones that I grew up with, but
Mhm.
I did watch this episode like preparing for, our eventual talking about it, and I was like, the guest isn't here for like the first 20 minutes. What's happening?
I don't know, man. I'm
They
just
went they went
here.
with a different way of doing it, which is interesting, but not how any of the other
Yeah.
episodes go. So
No,
I was
no.
confused.
This probably has the least amount of guests that any of our episodes have had.
Yeah, because they could have just been playing like he could have recorded that song once and they could just be, playing the same recording over and over and over again.
Knowing
So
Hanna-Barbera, that's probably what they did.
exactly. So they got him for half the time and they certainly used it. But
Yep.
they're going to his hotel, the Andrew Jackson Hotel, to see if they
Yikes,
can
first of
meet up
all.
with him. I don't know, man. It's named after famous president. They do these
A,
things.
a president who is historically extremely racist.
Yeah.
Extremely
There's
racist.
a
But
lot of those, Ethan. There's a
that's
lot of
no,
them.
no. But Andrew Jackson was on a different level. Like, yes, there's
We're
a
also
good
in the
chunk of
South.
presence. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, exactly. So the guy at the front desk says there's a note for the gang from Jerry saying, hey, come to the country music hall where I'm rehearsing. Cool. They're gonna go and watch him rehearse. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Fred does not get them lost.
I know Fred does his job for once.
Fred, I'm so proud of you. Good job.
I
And
guess I guess Fred knows the streets of Nashville. Good for him.
apparently, this is where they explain the things about like the music hall being like old and Jerry's trying to revive it. But they're all like, okay, but there's no one here. Like the lights are all out. It's dark. It's locked. And there's a suspicious note here under the door that is for
Hmm.
Jerry from the Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh. Uh, close. Phantom of the Opry.
There you go. Why didn't they just go with that, honestly? Like,
The name's probably trademarked, and they couldn't do that.
of the
Which is why
Opry?
they probably called it. This is probably why they called it the Grand Ole Country Music Hall instead of the Grand Ole Opry. That was another name for the Ryman Auditorium.
Hmm.
Historically, it's a whole thing.
I still think if they called it the Phantom of the Opry, it would have been cute as a title.
I would have loved
And
that.
then just call the place the Country Music Hall. Like,
Sure.
it's gonna fly over the kids' heads,
Yeah.
but the adults will love it.
Parents. Yes, the parents will like it.
Which is obviously who Scooby Doo is for.
Oh yeah. Us in our 20s talking about Scooby Doo.
As we should be. So what are we gonna do? This place is like, it's locked up, and we have a creepy note saying, if you try to rehearse tonight, you'll never see tomorrow. Woo! What do we do?
I feel like we should do any of these notes in like a southern accent just because of where we are.
Jerry Reed, if you try to rehearse tonight, you'll never see tomorrow. Signed, The Phantom.
God, your southern accent is so bad but so good.
Oh, listen, I learned how to do a southern accent from Applejack from My Little Pony.
Oh my Lanta. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not
Clearly
surprised?
the best Southern accent of our generation is Applejack.
Oh God, that about killed me. Whew. My face
Yep.
hurts. Whew.
Anyway, what's happening? Okay, I'm sorry. This episode is just like it kind of went in one ear and went out the other. So
Yeah. They're
I know Shaggy eats a
discussing whether or not
sandwich.
they need to go in. Yeah.
Yeah, Shaggy eats a double hero sandwich, not a single hero sandwich. It's a double hero sandwich. I know that.
Good. Very good.
Because, when you're doing scary stuff, you gotta, like, eat some food.
Yeah.
To,
You can't solve mysteries on an empty stomach, you know?
yeah. Also, for some reason, the entire gang just kind of, like, looks at Scooby angrily. I'm not sure what happened. I'm
Well,
trying to remember what happened in this scene.
it's because Fred said if you're scared, you get to stay out here alone.
Okay, and they all frown at Scooby?
Yeah, because he was saying he was afraid, and they're like, "Are you?"
And he's like, "No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Ha ha ha. I'm punching." So Smart Gang is gone, and that's why they're eating a sandwich. Scooby obviously steals a giant bite.
Mm-hmm.
There is an owl that scares Scooby and Shaggy.
This is the second time this has happened in this show.
I think that's a shenanigan because they do bump into. Is it a pole or is it a dead tree?
Let me look. I'm pretty sure it's a telephone pole.
That might be it. It looks like it has branches.
It might be a tree. I don't know.
They bump into something.
It's a tree because they use it to catapult Shaggy through the window.
Oh, okay, that's what they use. If I had a nickel for every time they catapulted Shaggy through a window in this episode,
I'd have
or
two
at least
nickels.
tried to in this episode.
Yes, there was an attempt.
Okay, so yeah, that's our first shenanigan is that, and then we have the old catapult trick, which I've never seen on Scooby-Doo until now.
Yeah.
And I think this is how you know that Fred is like an artificer, because he's built a contraption, and he's going to launch his poor boyfriend into the air.
He's fine.
He's Shaggy, right? What is he even fucking using? Yeah. I can't even tell what items these are.
It's a pulley of some kind. It's a pulley system.
Okay.
Which probably wouldn't really work that well for what they're trying to do, but I digress.
So Shaggy is launched through a window, breaks the glass, then falls down several flights of stairs, perhaps? It seems
falls through the floor. Falls through multiple floors.
He falls through multiple floors. That's all that matters. And then he opens the door. Man's a beast.
Yeah, like, man's got some strong bones, at the very least.
That stick figure of a man has strong bones. Shaggy's constitution
Shaggy may not
is up here.
Shaggy may not be buff, but he drinks his fucking milk.
Okay, so we're going inside. We're gonna look for some clues, look for Jerry, figure out what the heck's going on, and immediately the cleaning lady is here.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, if I had a nickel for every episode of the new Scooby-Doo movies where a man wore drag to be a cleaning lady to infiltrate a building, I'd have 2 nickels. Why? Why does this happen twice?
I don't know.
At least this time it's a bad guy, as opposed to the last time. It was a good guy.
Well, the last time it was a cop, so potato.
It was a protagonist.
Yes.
In the media who was helping the gang.
Yes.
Let me choose my words more carefully. So, yeah, cleaning lady is like, why are you in here? What you doing? We're friends with Jerry Reed. Okay? And she's trying to tell them to leave. And they're like, we're gonna check on our friend first. We wanna see if he's here. We go into the hall. It's still dark. He's not on stage. There's nothing happening here, guys.
Nope.
And then we see The lady calls somebody randomly, like, "There's people here. We gotta get them out. It's happening already." Ugh. Um, this stage thing was already
Yeah.
like weird to me, and then there was eyes behind the booth
Yeah.
on stage.
The farmer's eyes moved.
Is that not on our
Which
bingo card yet? That needs to be on our bingo card. Let's see.
let
A
me double check.
picture with eyes moves. Or just like eyes move that shouldn't move. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, again, the most Scooby-Doo thing. Scooby and Shaggy are once again scared. Um, would
I
we
mean,
would we
honestly, I
count?
would be too.
Yeah. Would we count the eyes as another shenanigan?
No,
Or
I don't think so. We haven't counted it that way before. I don't think.
okay, that's fine. Is and I think this is when we start hearing the music. As Shaggy and Scooby are scared, we start hearing Jerry Reed singing from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we open a door and it's not Jerry. It's creepy big guy. We have creepy guy number one.
He's got the creepy face, the Scooby Doo creepy face specifically.
He's giving I'm not sure if you remember, but he's giving Rhino from Ghastly Ghost Town.
Oh yeah,
Like
the guy,
large
the
man
zookeeper,
creepy.
the
Yeah.
zookeeper dude.
Like if he were to go rawr, rawr, I would be like, yeah, that fits.
Yeah,
And he's like, oh, that's a recording. That's not actually Jerry. He's not here right now. You should go. Go back to his hotel. Go find him. He's not here. Bye. Leave. He even says, go get some pizza. Which, you know, Shaggy and Scooby want to go get some pizza. I want to
I
go get some
mean,
pizza now.
yeah.
But I already ate.
I had lasagna, so that's close.
I had chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget's good.
Chicken nuggets very good. And so we learn the man's name is Ben Bing, and then we see his license plate.
Yeah.
This is like a thing for the episode, but I'm still confused why it's his fucking license plate.
Because I guess he couldn't think of a better place to write that particular thing down.
Why did he get a vanity
I don't know.
plate of like the secret code?
Yeah. Like, a vanity plate is something that everyone who sees your car is going to see. Why would you want that out there?
It's a very strange. So Feebag,
Feebag.
you know. And they're all trying to figure out, why is that your vanity plate? That's not your name. Is that anything? Is that the Phantom? Unclear.
That's Shaggy's guess, at least.
But Velma is saying, that was not a recording. That was Jerry. So what we need to do is we need to leave so these people, you know, see us leave. And then we'll come back, you know? And we see creepy guy number one and cleaning lady be like, we need to move up our timetable. Wahaha. Wahaha. We love that.
And we go to the pizza place.
What's on the fucking pizza, Ethan? What is on the pizza?
Right. Sausage, anchovies, pepperoni, chocolate sauce, and vanilla ice cream. Good lord.
Oh, that's another one for the bingo
Diabetes.
card. Another one for the bingo card. Shaggy and Scooby order something that is disgusting.
At least ridiculous, if not disgusting.
Like, bro. A potential Scooby Snack Award item. The most disgusting food that they have ordered.
Yeah, we'll have to scrub back through and take a look at that. At least in this series.
Because, like, the idea of pizza and ice cream, amazing. Does not have to touch each other. Does not have to go together.
No, but I'm pretty sure ice cream pizza is a thing.
It could be.
I think Baskin Robbins did it.
The thing that's holding me back from all of this, like, you know what? I'd even try ice cream pizza. The anchovies are what's holding me back here, Ethan. I would eat everything else here.
The only time I will eat anchovies is if they're in a Caesar salad dressing. Only time I will eat them.
I just won't. I will eat pizza, pepperoni, and sausage, and ice cream with fudge, but not anchovies. No, thank you. This is where I draw the line.
I mean, they are very salty and fishy. So.
In certain memes, you
What?
You'll eat ice cream pizza, but you draw the line at anchovies. Sorry, that's just the meme I was thinking of.
Oh, I was thinking of, you expect me to risk my life for pizza? With pepperoni. You son of a bitch.
I need to know this meme.
Hold on.
I need to know this meme, Ethan. It's more interesting than the episode itself.
Okay.
But Shaggy and Scooby are also just like, yeah, our brains are now working, so let's go back. We have to go to the music hall. But how are we going to get in? What are we going to do this time? Velma unlocked one of the doors before they left. Apparently. She's just that smart.
Big brain.
Yeah. And Big Creepy Dude sees them come back. Now, this fucking thing that happens here.
Okay. This... Yeah.
Shaggy's like, no, the door's locked. They probably just, locked it after we left. Can't get in there. So what do we have to do? We have to fucking launch Shaggy again. The time that they launch him this time, I was gonna make a reference and you're not gonna understand the reference.
Just do
it looks like something out of Xena Warrior Princess.
What? How?
You don't understand how many times Xena flies through the air in this goddamn show.
Okay, here's the thing. Bit of Ethan family lore. My mom watched Xena Warrior Princess when she was a child. And she named one of the family dogs after her indirectly because it sounds like Xena. The dog's name is Zora, but it's close enough. At least according to her, that was her reason for naming the dog Zora.
Good. I'm sharing a video with you for you to watch later. You're welcome. Okay. She's not launched.
I cannot wait for the ridiculous.
She just jumps, and that's just how she is.
I mean, she's like Samurai Jack. She can jump good.
She's not even magical. She's just a person.
She's not a demigod?
No, she's not. I can't talk about this right now. We're supposed to be recording a podcast. But this is the spin-off to Hercules. And she's just...
Charlie, I listened to Of the Eldest Gods. I know what you're talking about.
I know. But, he's a demigod. And she's the female equivalent of just a guy. She's just a gal. She's just here. I mean, she's buff. Also, she's very tall. But that's just the actress.
Yeah.
It's not even the character itself, necessarily. It's only the character because it's the actress.
That's who...
Then again, I have not finished
created this show?
Yes! That's why it's ridiculous! When I learned that fact, I was like, huh? Excuse me?
Excuse you? Alright, hold on.
But yeah,
how tall is she?
Actually, I'm just gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna send that in main feed episodes and be like... Spoilers for the fandom of Country Music Hall.
Okay. She is an inch shorter than me, which is tall for a woman, but...
How tall are you?
5'11".
Okay. Yeah. The thing about Hercules and Xena is they choose very tall people for the main character, and the best friend character is, short.
Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but there was a Hercules cartoon in the same era as Scooby-Doo.
Oh goodness. You mean
It's called The Mighty Hercules. I remember watching this around the same time I was watching Scooby-Doo Where Are You as a child. It's got similar vibes.
I have to look this shit.
Yeah, it's called The Mighty Hercules.
I found it on Wikipedia. I'm just I need to see images of it. We got some very interesting images here.
Mm-hmm.
I love old cartoons.
Is this mythologically accurate? Probably not.
I don't think anything is.
He has
listen,
this little...
I'm sorry. This is where Disney got Hercules and Pegasus together. Because...
Yep.
Pegasus and Hercules are besties in this, apparently.
He also has this little centaur twink sidekick who is absolute gold.
In Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, they in fact just use the at least name of Hercules' canonical boyfriend slash nephew,
Ew.
in mythology at least, um,
Still
as
ew.
as his best friend character.
I don't like that.
He's not related to him, nor is he his love interest in the show, but they use the name, and I'm like, wow, you did 5 seconds of research. I'm so proud of you.
I mean, yeah, that's probably all they did.
All of this is probably being cut, but
Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled bullshit.
watch Hercules and Xena. They're on Prime.
Okay. So Shaggy hits the window as Bertha closes it. He flies back to the tree and is just kind of shell shocked for a little bit.
The fact that he flies, like, and lands, like, at the top of the tree, holding it, it's like, okay. That's at least a shenanigan.
It's on there.
I would almost give it 2 for the fact that Bertha reacts. Actually,
right.
I might give it 2 for Bertha reacting.
All right.
And then we
Give it
find
2.
out the door was not locked because Shaggy turned it the wrong way.
Shaggy Rogers, Norville, my dude. Charlie, do you remember the farmhand from the Fricker Fracas who couldn't open a doorknob without instructions?
I do in fact. Of course I remember.
Is Shaggy also that dumb?
No, he's not. He's in fact quite smart most of the time.
Not right now.
Not right now. But that's a different story. Okay. I feel like that almost gets like a retroactive shenanigan for the fact that we had to go through all of this just for Velma to be like, Shaggy, the door wasn't locked. Why did you, what, huh? Unless Shaggy was doing this very specifically to be like, either he wants to be launched, or he just doesn't want to go in there at all. But he would have known he would be launched. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
You would think.
I don't know. I don't know, sir.
But Shaggy walks directly into a wall, stumbles backwards, shakes a staircase where a wooden native indigenous person statue is, and the head falls off, falls down the stairs, and I guess spooks everybody.
Shaggy has pulled a me.
What? How?
Oh, I walk into corners of walls all the time.
Oh, okay. It looked like he walked directly into the wall.
I don't think he walked directly into a wall necessarily. He walked into like a corner of something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I relate.
Yeah.
Just couldn't tell what was happening. It's fine.
Me neither.
And then Shaggy and Scooby are in fact scared by the head falling. But hey, there's Jerry Reed again. What's going on here? Where the fuck is Jerry Reed? We won't find him for another 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're splitting up. The scared gang is going backstage, and the smart gang is going elsewhere. Where are they going?
They're going to the balcony.
Yeah.
But Shaggy actually does something smart here. He's like, hey, 10 pairs of eyes is better than 4. But
it does not sell the gang.
No. Unfortunate.
And, okay, this is where we see, like, the statues coming to life as people for the first time. Yeah. There's so many disguises in this episode, man.
I know. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. I forgot to mention this before when we first came into the music hall, but it just has, it just says asbestos at the top of it.
I just saw that.
I clocked it the first time I saw this episode. I'm like, oh.
I don't think they ruled it out as like a carcinogen at this point.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, asbestos was banned in 1989.
Well, we know where all the asbestos is.
It's in the country music hall, I guess.
Apparently. The gang is going to die from asbestos poisoning. Eventually.
But Shaggy and Scooby are sneaking around backstage. They walk backwards for some reason.
As we do.
And Scooby walks into a bag, a net, something,
Straight up looks
and
like a net.
Shaggy hoists him into the air.
Oh, it might be like one of the sandbags or such that they use for like it's
Oh,
a theater
yeah,
in the
yeah.
backstage. So I think that's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be. It's just not full. But
No,
Scooby breaks out of it, falls on top of Shaggy. This is shenaniganery,
I have labeled it as such.
as you should. So we're searching again, and this is the part where Ethan thought that this was going to be my favorite part of the episode. My favorite part
Listen,
is still yet to come.
tigers are your favorite animal. I thought any tiger-related shenanigans would be top tier for you.
You don't understand the shenaniganery that is yet to come. Clearly,
I know
and why it
now.
makes
I
me
didn't when I was
happy.
watching the episode.
So there's this tiger that is on top of like a tree. It's all props stuff, and it comes loose when Scooby knocks it over. It falls on top of him. He just is whatever. Okay, it's on top of me. It goes over to Shaggy, who's like, "Stay close, stay close. Where are you, Scoob?" And touches like the nose, the fangs. Like, that's not Scooby. Ah, because it's like perfectly laid over Scooby's head, so we can't tell that Scooby's underneath it. Oh my goodness.
So then, as Shaggy is running away, Scooby gets scared, launches the tiger off of him, snaps a rope, a counterweight falls to the ground. The hook that has the tiger makes it swing up and around. Scooby and Shaggy crash into each other, and the tiger I guess, in hot pursuit of Shaggy and Scooby because it's still hanging from the ceiling, chasing after them. In air quotes, it's just swinging around. But they run into each other more than once before going into the costume department where Shaggy accidentally dresses up as Dolly Parton somehow.
Yeah,
Shenaniganery.
as one fucking does,
How many shenanigans was that?
Okay, so it fell on top of Scooby, and Shaggy got scared by it. That's
Mm-hmm.
one.
Okay.
Scooby making it, getting it off of him, and then it chasing them is
Yep.
probably one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the costume room.
Okay.
I think that's three.
Yeah, it's three.
Also, Scooby is stuck in he's stuck inside of something. It's like wires.
It's like I guess a mannequin, like a wire mannequin or
That's
something.
probably what it is, because it's the costume room. So he's stuck inside of that with the top hat on his head. She's like, Shaggy, get me out of here. Ah! So, but it does take a second for him to recognize Shaggy, who's wearing the wig. Shaggy rocks it, as he should.
Yeah.
And then we go to the Smart Gang, who is still, following the sounds. Not a whole lot happens with them.
Nope. Scooby does not want to leave the costume room, and neither does Shaggy.
Well, they're scared.
Yeah.
They're the scared gang.
But they get through the door.
Yeah, because Scooby trips Shaggy into the door.
Yep.
I think that's a shenanigan.
Yeah.
And then, we turn the light on. Come on, we gotta go inside. It's not that scary. It'll be fine. Right? We go in the room. We're like, it's fine. Everything's good. Oh, we heard Jerry through that thing. He's not in here. Where is he? But we're still
Somewhere.
not scared because the lights are on and the lights fucking turn off. So we run away.
Yep. All right. We're back with the Smart Gang now. They're still calling out for Jerry. And they hear his voice coming from an air vent. And this is the first time we are, how far? 20 and a half minutes into this 40-minute episode. And we have Jerry.
We've
Finally.
seen his face because we flipped to him for a second when Velma actually calls out to Jerry and he hears them. He's like, Velma? Velma? Is that you? So, and they're like, can you please just keep playing the song so we can find you? Because we need to get you out of there. He's in some locked room. We don't know where. And then something with Shaggy.
Scooby points out that Jerry's voice is coming from multiple different air vents. including, and he gets on top of, I guess, Dolly Parton as the Statue of Liberty.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
So Jerry's singing the song, is it just called Pretty Mary Sunlight?
yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Which I was just like, I've heard this song before. Why have I heard it? Not because it's a Jerry Reed song, but because it is in fact in Scooby-Doo. So
Well, yeah. Was this on the DVD that you have?
this
Or
was in
was this from
Scooby-Doo, Where
some...
Are You? This
It
song was
was?
in Where Are You?
This was in season
This is a
2 or
chase
something?
song. This is a chase song.
Huh?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It wasn't sung by Jerry Reed, but
No, I didn't think it was. But I'm trying to find out. Okay. I'm gonna Google this because I do not remember that song and Where Are You at all. Okay. Which episode was this in?
don't fool fandom.
The finale?
The finale that we both were like, eh.
Okay. That explains why I didn't remember, because that episode is not memorable at all.
Exactly.
Oh well.
Okay, and then here's where we get to the good part.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy's found the xylophone.
Well, first, he and Scooby run into the door of the prop room, and then it just
This is true.
swings open.
Yes.
But then,
another shenanigan.
find the xylophone.
We find
The xylophone is here.
The xylophone is the most important thing in this episode, and I did not think it was going to come back,
Me neither.
and it did. And it comes back a couple times, and Shaggy's just like, I learned how to play the xylophone. Scooby, want me to play? So he dusts it off, and he's about to play it. But then we go to the Smart Gang. They found Jerry, and we use a ladder to break open the door.
That's always smart.
And we're like, Jerry, stay clear of the door.
He's right behind the door.
He's right behind the door. This is a cartoon. Why did we not have something happen to him?
Why did he not get flattened like a pancake? Like
That would have been a great
any other
gag.
cartoon character. Like any other cartoon character when they get smushed by a door.
He's just standing behind the door as if nothing is happening. And they the rest of them have crashed into the room.
Yeah.
With the ladder. I call shenaniganery on the fact that this is not cartoonish. This is wrong, Ethan.
Bit weird way to call shenaniganery, but I'll take it.
He's not acting like a cartoon.
So Shaggy starts playing the xylophone. Scooby hates it. And somebody turns the lights off. Again.
What's up with these people turning off the goddamn lights? Every time.
I don't know.
It's very strange. And then Scooby and Shaggy just run through the door away. And Jerry's even explaining that he was rehearsing, and then somebody just turned out the lights. There was some big commotion, and suddenly he was in a locked room. Again, their favorite thing to do is just turn out the lights.
Yep, that's their whole shtick.
Apparently. And now the gang has met up again. Because Scooby and Shaggy are like, the Phantom tried to get us! He turned the lights out on us! Also, he mentions the xylophone. Which, again, very important. Daphne cannot believe that he plays a xylophone.
I mean, I wouldn't believe most people unless they showed me, so...
Shaggy can play the xylophone, Ethan.
Apparently he can. This is a new thing we are learning about him. Wait.
Bard.
So we need to give Haley a xylophone, is what I am hearing.
Yes. For no apparent reason.
That is her spellcasting focus now. Is this fucking xylophone. Or maybe it's so when I was in elementary school, I don't know if you had these, but there were these little handheld xylophones that we would play.
Are we talking baby toys or
No. It's a step above that. It's not like a baby toy. Here, I'll drop a picture to you.
Handheld xylophone.
I'll find one that looks closest enough to what we had. It wasn't colorful or anything. It was all white. There was wood underneath. I don't know. My elementary school music teacher was from China, and I don't think she could say the word xylophone, so she called them bells. Um, let's see. Oh, maybe it's a glockenspiel because it's made of metal.
I'm seeing
I
a
don't
picture. Is
know.
this what you're talking about? Or is it something else?
Let me see. Oh, uh, that's pretty close. It wasn't quite that like artistic, but it was more of just like metal riveted to wood. That was really all it was. Yeah, all white. Yeah, I mean that's close enough to what we had. Um,
Okay.
anyway, great thing for our audio only medium here. Us sending pictures back and
Very
forth to
great.
each other.
Alright, so yeah, we're all talking about how scared we are of the Phantom and how Shaggy can play the xylophone, and Jerry's just like, why don't you guys just go to the hotel? I still need to rehearse. Because he's just like, I'm not leaving. Like, I have to go rehearse. I have a thing. Maybe he shouldn't be rehearsing all by himself.
No, he should have like a band, security, sound people. Like I don't know. There should be
Maybe,
more than just him.
yeah, there really should be. Something wrong here.
But what else should happen here? But the lights go out yet again.
And his guitar is stolen. How is he supposed
Oh
to rehearse
no.
now? Acapella. Just go acapella, man.
Yeah. Um, Bertha's back when the lights come back on.
Yeah, she is.
She's like, "Hey, I can't clean with all these people in here. What y'all doing? Get the hell out."
Uh, the guy's trying to rehearse because he has a show. I don't know what you want from him.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom was like, somebody doesn't want you to open on Sunday. What could that be? Shaggy's like, it's Feebag! Which is, again, not a name, Shaggy. It's Ben Bing, who is the guy who arranges Jerry Reed stuff, except not.
Dun
Because
dun
Jerry's like, I don't
dun.
know who the fuck that is. I've never met this man before in my life. Yeah.
So Shaggy and Scooby go off to get. Well, they try to go back to the hotel. They're like, "Well, Jerry can't rehearse. Well, let's get the hell out of here." But Jerry's like, we're getting my guitar back. We're getting it back right now."
Yep, everyone's just like, Shaggy, Scooby, come on. We're gonna go. It's not gonna scare us, especially Daphne. It's like, come on. You're not scared. You're not scared. And Scooby does the thing again, where he's like, ha, ha, I'm not scared. Punch, punch.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaggy's like, ugh, come on. So, we gotta find his guitar so he can rehearse. He
Yep.
needs an
So now we
instrument.
split up. We split up into 3 teams this time. Shaggy and Scooby, Fred and Daphne, and Jerry and Velma, of all people. Interesting that they pair her up with him.
I mean, she's the one who's the most flexible out of,
True.
like, the teams, who usually get split
Yeah.
off somewhere.
Yeah.
One of the statues moves again. It's the Viking.
Mm-hmm.
And as Shaggy and Scooby are walking, Scooby, for some reason, does the walk backwards thing, walks into a random room,
Yeah.
and, huh?
And he's like, "What the hell? How did I get in here?" This is the second time that this particular gag has happened, where somebody runs into a door, and then the door opens towards them.
Yeah, it is.
What is going on?
I don't know, man. But Shaggy finds him, and they're like, "Okay, let's get out of this room. Let's go somewhere else." And then Fred and Daphne are not scared, obviously, of a weird devil guy that like pops out of nowhere. I think it's a statue.
That's apparently from the opera Faust,
Is Faust an
which
opera?
Fred knows, I guess.
I did not know that Faust was an opera. Is it an opera?
Oh, it is.
Good
It
to know.
definitely is.
I would believe this devil man is from the opera Faust because, it's probably
Faust.
Mephistopheles.
Yep. This is it was written in 1859, so it's a pretty old opera.
Yeah, they're not scared. Fred knows opera, and we know what's coming because we can see the floorboards.
Yep.
But they don't, and they fall through the floor because there's secret passageways.
And Scooby gets scared by a window opening and shutting over and over again.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would actually. I get scared by trees tapping on windows. So
That's some Scooby-Doo shit right there, not gonna lie.
yeah.
And so Shaggy and Scooby are like, wait, we have an idea. We'll just go back to this room with the xylophone, see if we can find that, and give that to Jerry. That's an instrument. He needs an instrument. It's not in the same room. It's not there.
No. It's gone.
Or is it? What are we supposed to do? Is
I
there
don't know,
one possible idea?
but it's gone. So Scooby and Shaggy run out of that room, up the staircase that was at the like by the entrance by the headless statue. Scooby bonks into Shaggy and essentially bowls him down a flight of stairs.
Into a closet where the xylophone is. How did they find this?
Shenanigans.
Shenaniganery. He found it. He found his true love, the xylophone.
Listen, there's nothing you can do to stop the love of a man and his xylophone.
Yeah. And then, so Jerry and Velma are still looking throughout, like, the main hall, like, where the stage is. They don't see where the guitar is, but we do see, secretly, we see cleaning lady Bertha has the guitar, and she's hiding behind some curtains. Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh. No way. Bertha? She's sweetest lady ever, right? Could never
Right.
possibly
No.
be the bad guy. Also, one of the only
But
characters we
they
met.
right. So Fred starts tapping on the trap door in Morse code.
Yeah. You have a problem with this?
Here's the thing. My problem is if you can understand Morse code, you should be able to also communicate in Morse code.
I think that's supposed to be the joke, Ethan.
I know.
I
It's
like
just,
I found it to be a very funny and silly joke because I mean Jerry can understand Morse code because he was in the Navy, so he understands it. And when Velma's like, "Oh, like it's help signed Fred, can you tap back that we're coming?" He's like, I only learned how to receive, not to send."
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like that could be a sex joke, but
I don't know.
but very good, Fred. Fred knows some survival skills.
Yeah.
He'll make it when he gets lost someday.
You mean every day?
Every day. The fact that he
All right.
said signed Fred is very silly
Yeah.
to me. Also,
Yeah, why did he do the man is so extra. Why did he go to these lengths he did not need to go to?
he also probably could have screamed.
Yeah.
It's a music hall. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they could hear you
Great acoustics underneath the stage, you know.
clearly. Yeah.
So Scooby and Shaggy have the xylophone. They're coming back to give it to Jerry. Um, and they say, Daphne goes, "Hey, did you find the guitar?" I said, "No. But we did find the xylophone." And Jerry's like, "I can't play that. Plus, it's a kid's xylophone because everything's labeled."
Well, first they have to get Fred and Daphne out, and first Velma clicks the wrong button, and it makes the demon devil guy go up, and Jerry's like,
Yeah.
"Wrong one. He's not scared. This is very important." And
Yep.
then yeah, they click the right one. They get out. Yeah, Jerry can't play a xylophone because he's a string man. He plays the
Yeah.
guitar.
Yep. I mean, in theory, you can play any song on any instrument, but
In theory, clearly he's not as versatile.
no, well, that's okay. For country, the only stringed instruments you need for country are guitar and violin/fiddle anyway. So
True. Oh, banjo.
banjo, mandolin if you're feeling funky.
There you go. So yeah, they have the xylophone and
Yep,
Davy
Shaggy goes
Crockett.
ham. Yeah, and Davy Crockett statue comes to life.
So we now have Davy Crockett and a Viking going around town.
Lovely. And Jerry's like, hey, Shaggy, stop playing. And he's like, "Oh, you don't like this? I'll play something else."
Yeah. I can. You don't like rock? I can play some country. And then the lights go out. Guess what? The xylophone is gone.
So dumb.
And there's someone in the balcony.
Oh no.
Yeah. So everybody's like, there's thieves and they hate music. What's going on here, guys? And Velma, bright idea she has is to shine a light up on where they're seeing some movement.
Mhm.
Honestly, makes the most sense here.
It does,
And Jerry's got a glittery guitar.
as country music stars tend to do.
Exactly. So the guitar is like up in like the balconies. So, but it does I think it disappears shortly after, so they have to go find it again.
Yeah.
But we need to lure the guys into a trap to figure
Yep.
this shit out. What are we doing?
We're saying Scooby and Shaggy is live bait again.
Also, Scooby's just like, I have a migraine.
So dumb.
Can dogs get migraines?
Maybe. I don't know.
Google. Can dogs get migraines? They can!
That makes sense. I mean, they're mammals like humans. Humans can get migraine.
I don't know how these things work.
Me neither.
I'm not a scientist.
Me neither. All right, so Shaggy and Scooby are off to the races as live bait once again.
As they must be. Who else is going to be the live bait here? It should have been Jerry.
It should have been. At least he would actually have done something in this episode besides rescue Daphne and Fred from a trapdoor.
I was going to
That
say,
really
besides
wasn't that big of a
sing
deal.
a song,
And
sing a cover of a song.
A song that's not even one of his. So, but in the meantime, on the stage, Velma has constructed some traps, like you would set for an animal out in the wild, little snare traps on the ground.
I'm sorry, Velma is setting the trap, not Fred.
What? Well, Fred's up in the rafters.
But it does appear that Velma's the one who's like making this trap.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, huh? Excuse me? What's happening? But
Well,
Shaggy's gonna be.
I was going to say what you're saying. Go ahead.
Well, first they notice that one of the statues isn't there, and so then they're like running around. They start running through the stands. Just, it's almost a Doors gag, but not as good.
We get a closer to a Doors gag thing later, but after seeing Davy Crockett for a brief second behind a door, we find the guitar and the xylophone together.
Yeah. And like the Viking is like right behind Shaggy and Scooby. He's sent flying into Davy Crockett, and Shaggy and Scooby run away.
Not only that, they ride the xylophone down the ramp while
which is very interesting.
While the Viking and Davy Crockett ride on dollies, I guess.
Yeah.
This xylophone is very maneuverable.
It's got wheels. Go for it. Sure.
Yeah, why not?
You know, it is in fact Shaggy's bardic focus. So
yup.
He can do whatever he wants with it.
I guess. All right. So they're about to run into a pole. So Shaggy redirects them going down again. We get a somewhat Doors gag. Shaggy turns them around again. Just a whole lot of chasing happening here.
Chasing time.
Is this one big shenanigan?
Okay, when
Because it's about to be over.
Yeah, I think it might just be one big shenanigan.
Okay.
And then they go flying because, you know, we get stopped by the stage. They fall into a trapdoor, and the other guys also get stopped by the stage. They fall into the actual trap, and their masks just fall off.
Not
and Bertha's hair falls off.
Oh no.
And also inside, I think he was either in the hair or one of the masks. There's a note that says Feebag once again.
You could have just kept it to Feebag on the note and left that somewhere else, but whatever.
Yeah. Also, I don't remember Bertha having such like bright lipstick until
Me neither.
The wig is gone.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's just a man with lipstick upside down.
Yep.
So, not a great look.
But Jerry pieced together, hey, maybe they're musical notes on the xylophone.
Is that why they're trying to keep the music away? Huh? Did
so
it have
Jerry
to be
plays.
the xylophone, though?
I mean, I don't know if you can make all those notes on a guitar. You could.
I was gonna say you can make those notes on any instrument because it's just F-E-B-A-G.
B-A-G.
So you could technically make it on any instrument. That's why I'm like, is that why they're taking the guitar away as well as the xylophone?
Yeah, any musical instrument could do that. So, but I guess they wanted to incorporate the xylophone somehow besides it just being a throwaway gag.
I'm very
Even
confused.
though Jerry could have played his guitar to open it. I don't know. But a door opens underneath the stage where there's bags of money.
What? Apparently these guys were like uh oh god, I forgot words. They were making like a tunnel from the bank to here
Yeah, I
to
mean,
get
it was closed for a long time. It's an abandoned building. They didn't think anybody would notice.
yeah, and then there was like a secret panel or something.
I guess.
I
It's
don't know,
not well
man.
explained.
It's very not well explained. But hey, we saved the day. Everything's good. And then we go to Jerry's show where he's singing the song again.
Yep.
And Shaggy and Scooby sing a different song that is actually by Jerry Reed.
The first lines of the chorus are. Yeah, they sing the first lines of a chorus of a song that is by him,
And is not
but
in the
we don't
episode.
but we don't see anything more than that.
I feel like, I mean, maybe they just didn't get the rights to like the full song and they were allowed to reference it. I don't know. It's just
I
very weird.
don't either. Yeah, it's a whole lot of something.
This episode existed.
It is one of the episodes of Scooby Doo of all time.
It sure is. But hey, Ethan, guess what? What time is it?
It's terror time again.
Let's do some trivia. Jerry Reed lived in Nashville and passed away there on September 1st, 2008.
The song used in this episode, Pretty Mary Sunlight, was previously used in the Scooby Doo Where Are You episode, Don't Fool with a Phantom. In that episode, was performed by George A. Robertson Jr.
This is the only episode of the new Scooby Doo movies where the gang personally knows the guest star prior to the episode's events. Jerry Reed is already a personal friend of theirs.
I would love to know how they got to know Jerry Reed, of all people.
Right.
So, cultural references. Andrew Jackson, who was referenced on the hotel, is the 7th president of the United States from 1829 to 1837 and lived and died in Nashville, Tennessee.
The Country Music Hall is most likely an homage to the Grand Ole Opry and the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, both located in Nashville, Tennessee.
I've been to the Country Music Hall of Fame. I mean, I liked it because I like country music, but I mean, if you just like history, you'd like going there too.
I'm pretty sure we went to the Grand Ole Opry when we went to Nashville. So,
At the end of the episode, Shaggy and Scooby reference Reed's hit song "When You're Hot," which was released in March of 1971.
the title of the episode is likely a reference to Gaston Leroux's 1910 novel, The Phantom of the Opera. This spawned several media adaptations, including Andrew Lloyd Webber's English language musical, which premiered over a decade after this episode aired.
Hooray!
Wow.
Yeah, Gerard Butler was the first version of Phantom of the Opera that I had ever seen. Not
I've
the
still
best.
never seen it.
Really? That surprises me.
Oh
well. So Charlie, how many shenanigans do you think we had in this episode?
I mean, I can see the list. But we had some interesting ones, to say the least.
Yes.
Like I quite enjoyed sending Shaggy through the air like Xena, but we did not have a whole lot going on in the episode itself. So what do we got, Ethan? What's the number? Tell us the number.
We have a new third to last place. We have 50 shenanigans in this episode.
Oh boy.
It's a bit rough.
Well, what's our Scooby Snack rating on this episode?
This one wasn't the best. I'd personally give it like a 2 out of 5.
I was gonna give it like a 2 as well.
That makes my math easy.
Yeah. Sorry, Jerry Reed. This is our new last place. Fully taking Wednesday is Missing and The Secret of Shark Island out of last place.
Yep. So whose side are we on, Charlie?
I'm on the side of Shaggy and his xylophone.
I'm not going to argue with that.
The only thing that's important about this episode is that
it's the only
Shaggy
thing that matters.
can play an instrument. I am vindicated.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
There you go. Bard material right there.
Truly. Truly, truly. Well, that about wraps it up on our end.
Yeah, it certainly does. Well, y'all, we're gonna go split up and look for clues for our next mystery. Bye.
Boy.
You can follow this podcast socials at Mysteries in the Machine Pod on Instagram. You can send a message to our email, mysteriesinthemachinepod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Ethan, on Instagram and Threads at ethan.t.hewlin. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram.
It's many levels, but he's not. Oh wait, I can't reference that. Never mind. I was like, reference what we just recorded.
Oh,
I can't do that. The timeline will be screwed up.
No, Charlie.
Not the timeline. You don't understand the mavity of the situation, Ethan. I think that's the actual outtake of the episode.
God, yes, it is. It's gonna be. It has to be.